I wanted to just quickly make like a little guide because I get asked this a lot. It's like, hey Van, I haven't played WoW in a couple of expansions. Like, I'm interested in trying it out. I just have no idea where to start. So I made a little checklist here that I wanted to show you guys really quickly. Okay, so you have a few options. Like, I don't know if you're going to boost your character or you're going to legitimately level your character. If you legitimately level your character, what I would recommend you do during the 60 to 70 range is queue battlegrounds. So queue battlegrounds between 60 and 70 and try to collect honor. That way, when you are max level, you will actually be able to just buy full honor gear immediately and you can start playing. If you boost, you have a few different options. The first thing I would recommend you do if you boost is you go here and there's a basically scaled PvP gear that you can get. So you can just go to the auction house, and if you have gold, you can literally buy like a full set of gear with whatever secondary stats you want that scales up to 424. So it's really useful if you do have a little bit of gold available. Make sure you get the cheap stuff. But if you do have a little bit of gold available, you can buy basically a full set of green gear. So let's say if you're cloth, you can go ahead, and then it's called obsidian. So you could just go in, buy an obsidian helmet, go in, buy the obsidian shoulders, buy the chest, buy the waist. So if you have gold, that's a really good way to start. Yeah, and make sure you want to get as much versatility as possible. You're still going to be under geared, but it at least allows you a way to kind of get into battlegrounds. If you do not have gold, what you want to do is, there's a few things. So pay attention to your map. That's the first thing. If you have war mode on, you're going to get these PvP quests, okay? So this one is kill a Ruzast. You can go over there, kill that. You're basically just going to fly around and try to do like the daily PvP quests. I think they reset every day or every couple days. I think there's another one down here. So yeah, pay attention to your map. This is a really easy way to get free gear. So you go over here, do this quest, you're going to get a free cloak. Okay, so that's like the easiest possible thing you could do. The next thing you want to do is come over here. Set my map. Come over here. It's this location on the map in here. And you're going to pick up all these quests, okay? So you're going to pick up this quest, which is the Sparks of Life. This is a weekly quest. Very, very important. And basically what it's going to tell you to do is go get Sparks of Life in a particular zone. So this zone is the Azure Span. So if we look at our map, go out. Oh, the Azure Span. So basically, the activities that you do in the Azure Span, if you have war mode on, are going to give you sparks. So do the world quests. Those give you sparks. If you loot boxes or chests, those gives you sparks. And also, normally in these PvP zones, where the big PvP quests are, that's where people go and you just kill players. You can get into a group, kill players, get 100 of them, and you're going to earn these things called Trophies of Strife. And you're also going to earn bloody tokens. So these bloody tokens are very important also. And when you get those, this is the world PvP gear. I know it sounds like a lot, but it's not that bad once you get into it. So this vendor actually has really good gear that you can buy. This one, I think this one. This guy, yeah, you want this one. Make sure you get the 434 ones. You can buy gear with the bloody tokens, okay? Buy gear with the bloody tokens, and you can actually upgrade this gear with the Sparks of Life that you got from this quest, okay? So these Sparks of Life that you earn with the bloody token gear, you can go over here and upgrade it, and this gear is really, 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 really good. So all you're going to do is drag it in there, and then you'll be able to upgrade it to I think it's 448, which is really good. It's only 2 item levels away from max level. You could basically use that at the end. Okay, so that's the auction house gear. We talked about world PvP gear. The next thing you want to look out for is the honor gear, obviously. So you're going to get the honor gear from earning honor. You can earn honor in lots of different ways. Basically, everything you do that PvP is going to earn honor. So you want to go to Militia and get these 2 quests. So these are the weekly quests you can get. This one is obtain honor in random battlegrounds. This one is obtain honor in rated battlegrounds, okay? So rated battlegrounds, random battlegrounds. If you're under geared, you're going to skip the rated battlegrounds. You're just going to want to do what you can. As usual as well, if you go to your player versus player tab, you're going to get a bonus for queuing each mode once a day. So every single day, if you want to, you should knock out a single random battleground, at least a single random epic battleground. And I know epic battlegrounds are boring, but if you are under geared, this is your money, okay? If you are under geared, queue a random epic battleground, spam queue these, okay? Queue these, because if you're undergeared, you're probably going to be kind of useless. And the way World of Warcraft PvP works is the worse your gear is and the smaller the game mode is, the more useless you become. So let me explain. If you're undergeared in a 1v1, you're going to especially suck. In a 3v3, you're going to kind of suck. In a 10, let's say a 15 versus 15 battleground, it's going to be very noticeable. Like, not suck, but it's going to be more noticeable when you're undergeared. But epic battlegrounds, who cares? Get into the team fight, heal some people, shoot some people from range, do what you can, and basically get carried by your team. You can do the brawl. You can do a skirmish. Honestly, skirmishes, if you're undergeared, kind of suck. You can do it, but you'll probably lose a lot, to be honest with you. So if I was you, I would just do the random epic battlegrounds. And within no time at all, maybe a single day of doing battlegrounds, you will be able to earn full gear, full honor gear. So you're just going to go over here. You're going to buy full honor gear from this person, okay? Selthorex, you're going to buy all of your honor gear, no problem whatsoever. And then once you get your full honor gear, that's when you can start doing activities to earn your conquest gear. So that's going to be... You actually do get conquest, by the way, from doing the random wins. So random battleground win will give you 70 conquest. Epic battleground 110, skirmish 25, brawl 40. The PvP quests and world PvP quests give you some, so you can slowly get that that gear. And then you're going to go over to rated once you have full honor gear, and that's when you can Q2s, 3s, 10s, rated battlegrounds, or solo shuffle. I've been spamming solo shuffle, and as a healer, it's super fast to gear. Even though, so it does kind of suck because unless you go 3 and 3 in a solo shuffle, you don't get anything. But the truth is, eventually you'll be down to a rating where you'll probably do okay. And you get these now. This is something new that they added. No matter what, if you queue as a healer, healing is by far the fastest way to gear. If you queue as a healer and you just play, you get a participation trophy, which is this Medal of Conquest. I also wanted to point out something, okay? So Absturge, if you guys know, he's a pretty cool guy, but he made a post, a PSA, that I thought was worth talking about, okay? So here's his tweet. We got the PvP community public service announcement. This is what just came out this week. Okay, so if you guys didn't know, this just came out this week. Conquest boxes are back. Okay, so as you're getting your conquest, you have options. You can just buy the piece of gear that you want, or if you're feeling lucky, you can buy a box. And this box could have anything in it. It could have exactly what you want or exactly what you don't want. So I actually don't recommend that you use these boxes, but if you're crazy, go for it. You can get really, really lucky and gear it fast, but I actually don't recommend you do it. Totally up to you. You can also use these boxes once you have a lot of conquest to just send to your team, okay? Or your alts, sorry. The conquest cap was removed, so there's no conquest cap anymore. Basically, you can just, as you play, you're just going to earn basically infinite conquest. There's no cap. You just earn more and 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 more every single week, every single day. And that way you can gear alts with that as well. And then Spoils of War buff got added back. I think it's like a buff that increases the amount of conquest and the amount of honor that you gain by a little bit. It's like an end of season buff. So if you're wanting to come back in gear, I think right now is probably the absolute fastest time you could do it. There's a few other things to pay attention to with your gearing, like these things called embellishments, but honestly, I wouldn't even worry about it. Like, just get your full conquest gear, and eventually maybe I'll make a part 2 video going over how to do your embellishments and stuff like that, but I wouldn't overcomplicate it. Basically, TLDR, get your green gear, get your honor gear, get your conquest gear, and that's going to be pretty much enough. That's going to be enough to play. And then if you want to like go full BIS, you can start crafting like some very particular gear. And there's more that you can do, but this is just like a quick and dirty, get into the game, play. Remember, if you're legitimately leveling, I really recommend between 60 and 70 doing battlegrounds to at least 11,000 honor as a leveling method. If you don't want to, that's cool too. You can just get max level and do, your epic battlegrounds. So there's one more thing that's very important. I just kind of forgot about it because Shaman doesn't use it, but there's one more thing that is important, and it's called tier. So if you are a class that happens to use the tier gear, all you're going to do once you have a nice conquest piece, so let's say you have your conquest chest, okay? You have your conquest chest. You're gonna fly over here, okay? You're gonna fly over here. And this is actually very important. It's very, 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 very useful, my friends, okay? You're just gonna fly over here. I'll show you where it is on the map. It could not be easier. You're just gonna come over here. There's a huge catch-up mechanic right now. You literally just put in the piece that you wanna get and you can convert it to tier instantly, okay? So literally, if you want tier shoulders, you just get the conquest shoulders, fly it over here, convert it to tier, and then you have your tier gear. It's all scaled up in PvP, all good to go. You don't have to do anything. So, could not be easier to gear right now in World of Warcraft. You can basically gear up, if you're playing a good amount, you can gear up a full character ready to PvP in like literally a day or two. One more thing. If you hit 1600, you get a free piece of gear. So, if you hit 1600, you get a free piece of gear. It's just gear after gear after gear. What are you doing, bro? What the heck are you doing, man? What are you doing, bro? See if this works. What? Come on. Yeah, hopefully that helps somebody. If you guys have questions, obviously you can come to my stream, ask me there. And if you want me to make like a more advanced guide for crafting gear, I can do that too, but it's really not too bad.